Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about, this year's been crazy. COVID-19 has affected people and businesses in different ways. And if you just kind of want to talk about, because I mean, I don't know how that affected your business or what that looked like, but you can talk about that a little bit. But what I really want to do is focus on the positive, something that you have taken out of the pandemic that you've implemented in your business that you're going to use going forward, and looking back, you think, you know, this is a good thing that we can use for our business.
Sure. So my take on this situation is probably, I won't say it's different from some. I don't say I'm not concerned about it. I definitely am. You know, I'm actually a big germaphobe, so we joke around with the guys all the time, because this is all these places started all of a sudden like, hey, we got to clean more, we got to do this. There hasn't been a night in 8 years where we haven't disinfected, mopped the floors. We've got a crew. It was me early on and the guys staying here till 8, 9 o'clock every single night. The gym, when you walk out of here, looks perfectly brand new, spick and span. We've always cleaned everything. I think part of what sets us apart is that we take a lot of pride in how we do things and keeping things clean. And I know that if I'm going to pay to go to a place, I want it to look nice. So from the very get-go, we've always taken care of our place. So, you know, the cleaning, the disinfecting, that's nothing new to us, which is really cool. So that made things easy, and our members know that about me. Yeah. So for the most part, it's like, oh, Trevor's a germaphobe. Like, I don't even like it when people take their shoes off on the gym floor. So that's like a big thing. That's a no-go. So we've always done that. So that was not a big change. You know, we did have to reduce our class sizes. You know, you try to follow guidelines, make everybody as comfortable as you can. But there's no way. I mean, our workouts are, you're breathing hard, you're sweating. There's gonna be no way anybody's gonna come in here and work out with a mask on. That was gonna be tough. But when all this came about, and then we ended up having to shut down for a time early on, we limited class sizes to 10, so we had that. But instead of just shutting down and taking, I don't want to say the easy way out, hey, you know, we'll just come back when this is over, we did live at-home workouts for our people. We did 3 different live workouts on Zoom. We uploaded them all to YouTube. So for us, that was a new experience for us. We'd never done this before. So for 8 weeks, Dakota and I came down to the gym. We recorded these workouts. We did all the workouts. We uploaded them. We learned how to use iMovie ourselves. So it was one really cool thing for us, something we never had to do. We learned how to do that way. And then going forward, now we're able to do a lot of that same stuff. And we turned all those at-home workouts into ebooks, which are actually almost done, be published next week, so people can buy that programming. Awesome. So at the time, what seemed like a negative, like, man, and it was a lot of work. It is not enjoyable in front of a camera by yourself doing this stuff. But it got better as it went, and it's really cool to get people back in the gym. But you know, we're back to normal. So other than that very short 8-week time period, we never really changed anything. To be very transparent, we've had a handful of people in here that have gotten COVID or been tested, and I don't even think for the majority of them, they were sick enough to where they needed to be. It was work requirements and things, so they had to be tested. And it's hard for me to figure out, because in I think all but one of those scenarios, none of their spouses or family members ever got it or got sick with it. So I think what I've heard this whole time was the underlying health conditions are a big issue. So our mission going forward, and I actually wrote a little blog that's up on our website when all this stuff started, was I wanted this for the world as a whole, and for our people to be an eye-opener for the underlying health condition side of things. So I think ultimately we're all figuring out there's nothing we're gonna do to prevent this. You probably realistically, we're not gonna be able to stay apart from each other for the rest of our lives. You can't wear masks, it's a virus, it's gonna mutate, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. No different than anything else is. So we're in society, we're a very reactive society. We're very, we don't like to prevent things. You know, you go to the doctor and you get hurt, you go to the doctor and you get sick. How about we try to prevent injuries? How about we try to prevent the sickness in the first place? And so our mission going forward, we've always been big on nutrition, helping our members out. But I hope what this does for people is opens their eyes to, hey, let's eliminate the underlying health conditions. Let's put our health first, make that a priority. And then you don't end up with all the sickness for people in the hospital. So, you know, that's been, I think, moving forward, that's gonna be our main focus, to start to prioritize your health. We do a camp for kids each summer, and our theme for this year was One Life, One Opportunity. And I want that to apply to everybody. So if it's you coming in here, my goal is gonna be, Brian, look at this, man, your body's a car, you've got it for one lifetime to get the keys to one vehicle. If you take care of it, you treat it right, you change oil in it, you rotate the tires, you don't hot rod the engine, right, man, it's gonna last you forever. But if you abuse that thing, you don't take care of it, you don't change the oil, you don't put good fuel in it, dude, that car's gonna wear out pretty fast. So what I hope comes out of this thing for everybody's whole, not just as a gym owner, but I get a unique perspective from that. I hope that doctors, I hope that nurses, I hope that everybody in the health field or the fitness profession, instead of prescribing medications, I hope that there's more of a focus on health and eating right. And I actually feel like, not getting too political, if our politicians would quit arguing about how to handle the situation, if they would do things like give people tax credits for being gym members and attending a gym, if they'd encourage, getting away from fast food, and I know there's so much money in the big soda industries like Pepsi and Coke, hope I don't get in trouble with them. They're big donors to the Olympics and things, and the problem is there's so much money in that stuff that I don't know how you step away from it. But if there could be a real health push to eat healthy, get away from sugar, man, I think the world would change as a whole. And I think we'd prevent a lot of disease, not just this COVID thing. So I'm hoping for us, that's where our mindset goes. And I hope for everybody, I hope that that's what everybody takes out of this thing, is start to prioritize health before you ever run into these issues.